8:46 on this Tuesday morning, and just like humans, dogs are social creatures and often enjoy the company of other pups. But it is important to make sure they're socialized in the right way. Doing so will benefit them well into their adult years. Justin Vlosich joins us right now with some of those tips to get your pup socialized. But first, he has a special guest he wants to introduce to everyone, and this special guest has lots and lots of energy, Justin.
Yes, so this is Princess. She's 2 years old, which means she still has some of that puppy energy. But once she plays, once she's got all of her energy out, she loves just snuggling up next to you, sitting right next to you and watching a movie. She's a super happy dog, super sweet. She just wants to be really close and your best friend.
So she needs to have space to run around and burn off some of her puppy energy, though, right?
Yes, and some favorite toys.
Okay, some toys and some space. So we know what she needs, but for people who already have puppies at home, I know people have been home with their dogs right now, and maybe they want to take them out to the dog park, but they need to make sure they can interact with other dogs. What are some tips, some tools to make sure your dog can safely and successfully socialize?
Yeah, so it's super important to get your dog socialized because it can help them so much in the way they react to other animals. So a good tip to do is just go at their own pace. You never want to rush it into anything because you could kind of stress them out or make them anxious, and then that could make them a little more stressed and on edge. If they are going at their own pace and it seems to be going well, but like one of them barks or growls or something, you never want to let it escalate to a fight, but it's okay to let them communicate like that. Okay. Maybe a dog's just saying, I don't like that as much, don't do that again type thing.
As far as like toys are concerned, I know it's kind of hard to gauge how dogs will handle toys, but if you're maybe at the dog park and there's a ball going around, is there any way to kind of teach the dog to share? Is that even a thing? Can you do that?
Yeah, so each dog is different, like you were saying. A lot of it depends on how they react to toys. Some dogs are very protective of their toys. Some are perfectly fine sharing it with their friends. You kind of want to gauge how your dog is and how the dog that they're meeting is. So if they're both okay with it, that could be a fun way for them to bond and get used to each other.
And what about if somebody sees Princess or another dog or cat that you all have up for adoption at the SPCA, and they want to bring them home to a pet they already have at home? What's the best way of making that happen, that relationship work?
So the best way is if you have a dog, bring them in so we can do a dog introduction.
Okay.
A lot of our dogs will try and do dog tests, but sometimes we just don't know. So the best way is bring your dog. We'll introduce them to each other properly. We go slow. We'll start them on the leash, stuff like that. And if they go well, then you can take them home, and we have a sleepover program. So they can kind of just spend a couple days at your house and see how they react. And then if it works, you could finalize the adoption.
That, I did not know that was a feature. And so there's so much you guys are doing, so many tips and tricks you all have. Give us your website really quickly for people who want to get more information.
Yeah, it's www.louisianaspca.org.
All right, Justin and Princess, thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right.